It's a tragic story. He wanted her to abort the baby, which she refused.
I just wanted to ask that you would get my dad's information.
When we met them, they were desperate, more than anything else, just to know him.
I don't care if I'll get anything from him. Plus the acknowledgement that we are his daughter.
So we know who the father is. We haven't yet managed to contact him. We can't find his address.
I am the mother of your daughter. I hope we can contact you sooner or later.
Every year, millions of tourists arrive in the Philippines, but amongst the digital nomads and resort-hopping families are a stream of Western men here to buy sex. Prostitution is illegal, but it's a bit like saying it never rains in London. For the children who are born out of these encounters, the chance of them meeting their fathers is vanishingly small. But the emergence of DNA testing sites means charity workers are now tracking down dads to make them pay. 50 miles north of Manila is the centre of Southeast Asia's sex industry, Angeles City, where a charity run by Australian journalist Margaret Simmons is on a mission to track down the Western fathers of the Philippines' forgotten children.
So we do several things. We provide welfare support, trying to provide enough money for the kids to stay in school, have adequate food and medical care. For the last 4 years, we have also been using DNA technology to trace the fathers. We've had a lot of successes, but we have also found that that's the easiest bit. I would say about 3 out of 10 of the fathers that we contact do the right thing and support the kids, sometimes develop a relationship with the child. More often we have to get lawyers and take some kind of legal action to secure the kids' rights.
Margaret and her team rely on vast private databases such as Ancestry.com and 23andMe to match DNA to the abandoned children. Even if one of these men's distant relatives has used it, that can be enough of a link for Margaret to track down the father and reach out. The process begins with a saliva sample. Today, it's the turn of baby Theo and his sister Thea.
It's a tragic story. Liesl, their mother, worked as a receptionist. She met Theo, baby Theo's father. He's a British man. We know his name, we know where he lives. She fell pregnant to him. He wanted her to abort the baby, which she refused. He then refused to help with the pregnancy.
The son has seen WhatsApp and text messages he swapped with Liesl when he visited and had sex with her in March last year. Liesl told him she was worried she could be pregnant because she was fertile when they had sex. He advised her to get the morning after pill, which she did, but it was too late. They discussed an abortion and she asked him to pay for it, but ultimately she decided not to go ahead with what is a risky procedure since it is illegal in the Philippines. In June, she messaged the man asking for help with medical bills, but he said it had been her choice to keep the child. After giving birth to baby Theo, Liesl tragically died. Since then, the baby's father has been contacted by her friends and family. He said he was shocked to hear of her death, but refused to help support his son and says he doesn't believe the child is his.
So what we're hoping to do is prove that the baby is his and then approach him for child support.
The proof could utterly transform the baby's future. His sister Thea does not know who her father is. A DNA test is the first step to discovering where she comes from.
She also has a foreign father, an African-American serviceman. We don't know who he is when we're planning to trace him using the DNA technology.
I just wanted to ask if that you would get my dad's information.
At the moment, the entire family, their 2 children and their auntie who is looking after them and raising them, are supported by a single aunt who is working overseas in Korea in a factory.
Both children are looked after primarily by their aunt, Lizel's sister, and their grandmother. The entire family of 6 survive on little more than £500 a month.
I'm very grateful to have a little brother like him. I've seen him laugh. I've seen him smile, and I think that's really cute. I want him to learn to play the piano too, because I think that would look cool. I want to teach him manners. I want to also teach him how to be respectful to elders.
Around 180,000 Brits visit the Philippines each year, and figures show most foreign tourists are men travelling in groups or alone. It's these visitors which fuel the country's underground sex trade, which for many women is a vital source of income. In a country where the average wage is £300 per month, but people often earn much, much less, the illegality of the trade means a blurring between dating and prostitution. The euphemism is to be a bar girl or a dancer or a waitress. Like thousands of Filipino women, Jolene has been forced into the sex trade to provide for her family. She connects with foreign men through online dating apps or by walking the streets of the red light district. She charges her clients 2,000 pesos, the equivalent of about £25, for an hour with her in a hotel room. She never stays the night. If she did, there would be no one to care for her children at home. Jolene and her family live in 2 rooms in a concrete compound with 3 other families. They share the space with dogs and cockerels the men keep for fighting. There's a mattress where Jolene and her children sleep, a basic kitchen and shared bathroom. The children have no toys, but they make do with what they find around the house.
When I was elementary, my certificate. I want them to, just for them to get their education.
Angeli's Relief has bought the girls' school uniforms, so when term starts, they'll be able to enroll. But they hope to be able to ensure more help to make sure they do not have to follow their mother into sex work when they're older.
In November of 2024, we took a DNA sample and then we sent it away to a lab for analysis. And you know what we found? We found out who your father is. We did. And he's an Englishman, and now we're trying to contact him because we hope he'll want to know you. Yeah?
Under international treaties, Jolene could, in theory, lodge a claim for child support against the father and have it enforced in Britain. If paternity could be proven, that could mean relieving some of the financial pressure on the family.
So we know who the father is. We haven't yet managed to contact him. We can't find his address, but I have written to his sister. I found the address for his sister in England, and I wrote her a letter asking for her help to get in touch with him. And we will find him. We will find him. And then we will try and get him to know her and to take responsibility for her. How do you feel about that?
I don't know, I'm nervous at the same time because I really wanted her to have the support. But the thing is, you said it's hard for her how to manage to contact with them. As long as the sisters is still involved, at least there's a hope. I am the mother of your daughter that you thought you never exist. She's Nazal, 5 years old, and I hope we can contact you sooner or later.
Look at her. She's gorgeous. She deserves to know her father.
It is a legal responsibility in both the UK and the Philippines for parents to support their children, and the two countries have a reciprocal agreement whereby British authorities and courts will enforce a legitimate child support application from a Philippines-based parent. As a last resort, Angolese Relief can find lawyers to act for the children and their mothers. It's a complicated legal process, but the strategy has worked in other countries, such as Canada, New Zealand, Australia, and the USA. But not every story ends that way.
One of the earliest cases that we came across was that of two twins. They were 17 when we met them. They knew who their father was, but he had left the family when they were about 3 years old, and they had never had any contact with him. He had made some provision for them. He had bought them a small house, but he'd then cut off any further ongoing support and also just didn't want to have contact with them. When we met them, they were desperate more than anything else just to know him, just to have some sort of sense of identity. We were able to find him in the UK. We put the twins in contact with him, but contact was very glancing. He never really engaged at any depth, which was very hurtful to them. But it's a good news story, because just a few weeks ago, maybe because he's getting older, he came to Anglais City with his current wife and they met.
According to him, last time we met him was 21 years ago, but our grandmother told us 22 years ago. Yeah. From our memory, I don't know. Can't recall any.
I don't know why he showed up. Maybe because he's old, maybe he realized this is his responsibility to show up.
He stayed for 3 days. That 3 days we've had yeah, every meal we're together.
Did you recognize anything of yourself in him?
This our cheekbones. I feel like we have me and him, we have the same mindset.
Yeah. Well, you know, engineer, architect.
Yeah.
It's pretty close, right?
Yeah.
Me and him, the same face.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. It's just the feeling that I need him. I feel like when I met him, I am complete already. So I feel like all of the questions, all of this hatred towards him, all vanished, all gone. He mentioned his reasons why he left. And then I realized I cannot blame him. I don't care if I'll get anything from him.
Yeah.
Basta makuha namin yung citizenship.
Yeah.
Okay na kami doon.
Plus the acknowledgement that we are his daughters.
Kami ang...
I think that's enough. Yeah. What I would say or message to these children, it is not the end of the world. What I would tell to British fathers that has Filipino children is have a sense of responsibility.